myself doing this. A quick Hebrew question about we talked about it in our training, but just in case not everybody heard, the root, every Hebrew word is comprised of a 3-letter root. This is like, now I'm embarrassed in front of Israelis, talking like my Hebrew grammar knowledge, but and the 3-letter root of kibbutz comes from a word that is to bring together, to gather together. And so that's, there's a connection there when you're looking at the kibbutz, but also what Jean was saying about bringing people together to do something happens here with the 3 artworks here. So that's another way you could frame it. So thank you, Ed, for bringing that up. Okay.
Okay, so I don't know if there's really that much more I can tell you about the general concept of the exhibition, because I know you've been studying the exhibition and the ways that things relate and the artists for months now, so you probably have weeks. Okay. But I think,
month and a half.
like, as I mentioned before, all 3 artists are reflecting on this idea of utopia and what it means going into the future and how we can work towards utopia, and if that means considering dystopian elements, considering past utopian models. There's obviously the direct connection to the kibbutz for 2 of the artists. And I think all of the work is pretty open-ended and ambiguous, and it's really about the visitor being a part of the work and participating in a way that isn't that common in a museum setting, and that is something that is both exciting and challenging about this exhibition. We're asking people to engage with the artwork, which is something different, but I hope that it's successful and it helps people to really move from a passive viewer role to a more active role. And not just in the museum setting, but also in their own consideration of utopia and how everyone can sort of work towards this better world. Okay, so to get to the sort of more specifics of the exhibition, this sculpture is actually part of Ohad's larger work. It's an installation, so this sculptural element, as well as the ones right there, are kind of meant as a sort of lead-in to the show, so like to catch people's eye from farther in the lobby and just give them a glimpse of what's to come, and then they'll move towards his main installation. Some of the specifics of this, Ohad can probably speak to this better than I can. I'm sure he can, but this, he was sort of inspired by a photograph of an African woman carrying goods on her, like over her head. And this was made by, it's made of aluminum, it's cast from styrofoam, and then the rest is wood. The clamps kind of give it this sense of a work in progress. It's something that we're evoking with a lot of the work in the show, is that it's not a finished work. Utopia is not finished. It's something that we're striving towards, and so that's sort of visually referred to by this idea that it's something that is still in process. Ohad, is there anything you want to add about this?
I don't know if I should talk specifically. I'll be happy to answer specific questions about things, but we should maybe talk about this whole installation as one.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Sure, why not?
Are we going to start? Oops.